Here we go. We're coming. There we are. We're live. Hooray! We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie. You'll see me in a minute. This is Violet Igor, and together we make the Mad Scientists. There we go. Lovely. Right, and this is my persona today. Hang on. Don't hang on to your seats. Don't get seasick. Hello, everybody. Like the hat. Gonna do a new channel intro with this. Present from my husband. Right, here we go. Back to the normals. I'll take that off now. Ho hum. Right, this is what we've got here today. We've got some experiments and some things we're going to do. And I don't know what I just dropped, but I'm picking up my... Oh, it's the headphones. Exactly what I wanted. Ah, there we go. Hello, everybody. As you can see, we've got some stuff on the desk at the moment. And it's my current art journaling magazine, which just arrived a couple of days ago. It's quite nice. I really like it. It's one of the better ones. It's got some nice things in it. Some nice rusty stuff and some lovely turquoise. Beautiful. I'll get this a little bit further away. It's a bit close.
Did you say Ian got that for you for your birthday?
No, it just thought I needed a witch's hat.
Yeah. No,
not my birthday.
I didn't think it was her birthday. It's her birthday is way over there.
Last but one day of the year.
Yep, way over there.
Silliest day of the year. Yeah, my birthday. Absolutely. So, just putting a Baron on the floor. And removing my glass where I guzzled the wine. Out of the way. And this is the Art Journal magazine. I like this one. Sometimes I get both this and... Not sometimes. I get both this and the Somerset Studio. And it's 3 issues per year, I think, or 3 issues per quarter, whatever. So one issue encompasses approximately 2-3 months. This is July, August, and September. Right. I think this is the last one, so I'll have to pay again for the next year. And sometimes you get what is lovely in one of them, or you get what's nice in the other one. I mean, there's some things I'm not so keen on. This is more sort of something that perhaps Violet might be interesting because she's interested in faces at the moment. What do you think, Violet?
Those are pretty cool. I've actually been practicing, and I've decided I like that it's too hard for me to look at faces like that. I don't know why it distracts and triggers me.
Well, just look at the eyes. They're extremely simple. There's 3 lines. One is the lower lid, one is the upper lid, and one is the eyebrow, and it's just an eye in between. They're so simple. They don't require very much at all. And actually, these are not quite so realistic because they do say that it's the width of an eye between each eye. And this isn't quite that. They're quite close together. But it still looks perfectly normal, natural. Okay. It's a face. What else? You know? So it works. That one is a little bit more like there's an eye between it. But I mean, it's how you do your eyes, whatever. That's a lovely one. That's really nice and easy. Simple. I do like those.
Hey, Mary,
I do like them.
don't worry about it.
And then there's all sorts of different ways of doing this. I do like this 3/4 sort of one here.
I do.
That's something I need to do a lot more on 3/4. I've been looking into learning that on Skillshare. I mean, I'm not stopping at every page here, but you can see that this is a lovely magazine. I do like it. I do like it a lot.
Oh, Eddie's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday tomorrow, Eddie. Wow. Mine's not till the end of the year. Years away. It feels like it anyway. Oh, I do like that, actually, come to think. Just a minute. I like that.
Oh,
I like all these lines of different shapes. I like that. I don't know why, but it appeals to me. That's not out of my comfort zone. That's in it. That is definitely in it. Yeah. Interesting to read. This is the, did I tell you? July, August, September 2023. This year's art journaling page, book, magazine, whatever. I like it. I'm not so keen on these sort of fluffy things with the pale pink. It's the pink that's putting me off, frankly, because I'm not keen on pinks, as you know. Even though I just bought some paints with pinks. Yeah, I know. I love that. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? That line.
Torn
That's
paper.
jagged one line. Oh, lovely. And look at that. Look at that old wallet, whatever it is. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, and I like the cutout flower there. That looks like a coreopsis, not a coreopsis, a feverfew or something, only it's yellow. Yes. Dyer's Green Week.
I ordered the Carla Sondheim book.
Yeah?
Yeah, the How to Draw Imaginary Animals. It'll be here Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got that. I love that book. That's so helpful. That really is lovely. Very freeing.
We were talking about Barb, and that's what got me onto it. It's just paint swatches and being. In fact, Darcy just did something with that the other day. I watched the video.
Did you know that's a human trait to see faces in things that don't have them, like a blot of paint or an accidental fall of leaves on the forest floor? You see the image of a face because you're genetically programmed to see and recognize faces as a human being. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but I like dragons cool and I see dragons and penises and all kinds of weird things. I don't see.
Do faces. You now? Things like this. That's lovely.
You know, I
this is lovely stuff. Anyway, there we are. Art journaling magazine, which is what just recently turned up.
That's a good one.
I've got to show you now my experiments that I was doing. I think they're pretty much all failed, and the reason I say that is because I tried these on gel plates, and I tried one as a sort of safety gauge on paper, thinking, well, if nothing else works, that will. No, it's sealed itself to the paper.
Oh,
I can't get it. It's tearing the paper instead of coming up, leaving the print.
Wet the back of the paper and let it soak in a bit.
I've tried that, but it's solid. It's either you either get that or you get where this one came off with barely a print behind. It's one or the other. So that's that. So let's have a look and see what we get on the actual gel plate. Okay. So here's the gel plate where I put the hairs, the moon.
Fix your camera.
Howl again. Oh, I beg your pardon. Howl again. Why are you rocking so much?
Yeah, Eddie, my vision comes from trauma. It's trauma-induced. Dragons.
Dragons, yeah, oh yeah, very traumatic dragons. So there's Howl, the two rabbits, the moon. These are Paula Keen's. That is mine. Now I used copper on that one, and nothing.
Nothing.
I used, I think I used avocado or beetroot on this one. Nothing. This I think was possibly beetroot. Oh look, we've got something there, but the rest of it is stuck in between. Look, it's still there, like in between the stencil. Well. And there's the big one.
Hi, Barbara.
Have a look at that. Now, this one isn't so bad. Look at that. I think that was... I did make notes. I don't know where I put them. And that one. I think it was... No, I think it was red cabbage with vinegar that made it go green.
Nice.
But that one worked well. You actually got a print there. So the next stage is to put something over it like matte medium or something and pull it off. So we'll have to have a look into that. But it's such a pity that the other one just stuck to it. I mean, instead of leaving it on the plate, it stuck to the rabbit, to the hair.
I'm thinking you're going to put that with matte medium or something, and you're going to re-wet it, and it's just going to smear.
Maybe. But if you're fast, I mean, this is quite dry. If you put matte medium, which is acrylic, and this is natural ink, so it may not, you know, it may not work quite the way you expect. So it's worth a try. I'll take that away for a moment and look at these colors. Here. So we've got here another one with copper. Oh, we have got a little bit of a print.
A little bit.
That's the little triangle one. There is a little bit of a print. You can see that? Just a little bit of it. Whether we'll get anything off that, I don't know, but I can see a little bit of the design there, so that's possible. And then we've got this one, which has the trilobites. Oh, yeah, I've got a bit of a print there. I have actually got a bit of a print.
Oh, good.
So it doesn't work direct to paper, but it does work on the gel plate. That is such an astounding thing to me. I thought for sure it would be the other way around. That's why I tried it on the paper, because I thought at least the paper one would work. No, well, it might have done if I'd taken Howl off before he was completely dry. But as you can see, he's dried so much, he's stuck to the Tyvek. Now, maybe it would work with Yupo. I don't know. I don't have Yupo. So, you know, there are areas where it's made some print, and I could see it was going to print, or you can see it's done it here. We've got something there. It's just that the rest of it's torn up and still attached to the stencil. So there we go. It works on a gel plate. And this is the avocado again. So that's the stickier one of the inks I've made. So it's got quite a good impression there.
Paula. Shh.
What? What did Paula say?
She says, what is sticking up on Howl? And she's laughing.
Ha ha ha. Yeah. You know, we've got an entire medieval naughty hall here for you. So I'll put that away as well. That was just to show you the experiment. See what I've been playing with.
Well, Miriam, I thought of that. Someone else suggested before they, and I can't recall who it was, but before they put watercolor on the gel plate, they did a wipe with dish soap.
Yes, it was Apple.
Apple, thank you. I know it was someone in here to as a barrier.
You mentioned it to me, so I remembered it. Yeah.
Yeah, Miriam says use clear gesso before you put the inks down. Again,
I don't think I want to put gesso on my gel plate.
Yeah, again, we're looking for a barrier.
But you can put matte medium down on the gel plate and then put the inks.
Yes.
That might work. That might be a possibility. You must try that out. Yeah.
Mad scientists go to work.
So, this is my dad's palette, right? So I decided it was about time I knew what I was doing with it, because looking at that, I didn't get much out of it because it was just so old and messy. I've added one or two. You can see one or two are looking quite nice and new looking, like the yellow there, lemon yellow. And this one. One or two are looking a bit better because I've added to it. And there's a sienna there. Sorry, yellow ochre there, because this one was getting a bit gone. But it's still, you look at it like that and you can't tell what half those colours are. Half of them are so dark, you can't tell what they are. So I thought I'd swatch them out like you're supposed to. So I did. So I've got this lovely new swatch paper to show me what everything is, and it's lovely. I'm really liking it. So now I've got Windsor Newton Green, Viridian, Hooker's Deep Green, Terra Verde, Light Red, Raw Umber, Burnt Umber, Yellow Ochre, Indian Red. It's a lovely dense colour, that. Raw Sienna, Lamp Black Sepia, Fresh Ultramarine, Prussian Blue. That's an interesting colour always, isn't it? Cerulean Blue, Manganese Blue Hue, permanent blue, Windsor blue, sap green, because I replaced that one because I thought this one was probably sap green. It had no name on it, but it looked quite similar, and Windsor violet. And then there's these two, unknown blue and unknown blue. I've no idea what they are, but this one does look a little bit like either manganese blue or manganese blue hue, or maybe cerulean blue. It's a little difficult to tell because some of these paints are so old, I can't tell what they're doing. That one is probably ultramarine, French ultramarine, something like that, or maybe permanent blue. But these two little ones weren't labeled, so I don't know. Mostly, my dad would cut off the label and put it underneath the particular one, so that you'd lift one up and it would say, "Oh, hello, I'm so-and-so," or else it would be on the side like there, purple madder. I swear it says purple madder. Difficult to see, but it is there. Or else, like this, you'd find a label like that says Windsor yellow. It would be tucked under that one. That was what I did because I'd seen him doing that, so I did the same thing. So I've got these little half pans in the little gully where you're supposed to put paintbrushes. And I swatched them all out except for this one, which is still wrapped, which is that one. Haha. And that's a new cerulean blue hue. So I've got all those nicely. It's great help, I find, because you can see what you want. So if you want a colour that's that colour, you go, oh, yes, it's that one there. So it's so helpful. And then just before, about an hour and a half before this live was due to begin, what happened? Something arrived in the post. You want to see? I'm loving this. This arrived in the post. Let me take the outer thingy off so you don't know what it is yet. Oh, you can. It says it everywhere. Rosa Gallery. And this is the botanical one. I got two sets. I've got botanical and landscape. The landscapes. This wasn't supposed to be here until Saturday, and the other one was supposed to be here on Sunday. So this is early. So this is lovely. Let's have a look what we got here. Because I want to paint the plants I've got outside that I'm making inks from. So I've started taking these out. And what I do with these is I get myself a nice sharp knife and I hoik one out of the little, oops, out of here. So I'll get these out of the tray. You've got to bend these little bit clips out. Like that. And like that. So we've got here they bend out like that. So that's obviously titanium white. Yeah. And then we've got lemon yellow. Oh, sorry, cadmium lemon. That's their cadmium lemon. Looks like a lemon yellow, but it's cadmium lemon. And this is cadmium yellow light. And this is, all right, what is it? Is it not telling me? Underneath. It is yellow deep, cadmium yellow deep. There we go. And then we've got this one, which is cadmium orange, flame red, cadmium red light. We've got bright red, madder rose, opera rose. Now, I don't normally, magenta rose, get these sort of rosy colours, but when you're painting landscapes and botanical things, you will need these colours because that's what you get in the garden. Quinacridone violet. What's that one? Let me have a little look. Is that an olive? Yeah, olive green. Bright green, emerald green, turquoise, blue. That's funny. It's not telling me what it is. It doesn't say, just blue. It must be some sort of blue. I wonder what it means by just blue. Well, there we go. And then we've got cobalt blue and ultramarine, yellow ochre, raw sienna, burnt sienna, umber, sepia, and black grape. And I like these, but I thought to myself, there's a few missing. And I did check the chart for this one and for the landscape one before I decided. And I've got a couple more that I thought might be useful. Come on, out you get. There we are. So I got this tin that had spaces for 12 in it. And inside it, I've got opera rose. Now, that is a very vibrant pink. Not something I would normally use at all, but in the garden, I'd need it. I think one is neutral black, and the other one is indigo.
You said indigo. That vibrant pink or vibrant red is like Sally's hair.
Sally's hair? Who's Sally?
My gonk.
Oh, the gonk. Yes, indeed. That opera rose is very like that. Yes. So we'll swatch those out and see those. That's Naples rose. And there's also a Naples yellow. I don't know if it's light or dark. Did it say? Naples yellow light. So I thought those would be handy as well. And don't forget, I've got the other one coming, the landscape one.
Oh, I thought you already had it. Okay.
No, I haven't got that one already. I've got this one, which is botanical. Right?
Yeah.
Botanical. Right. Yeah. But then I've got my Windsor and Newton, which I would use anyway. I like my Windsor and Newton. And this is what I wanted to paint. It's a photograph of the flowers in my back garden on the patio right behind the house. And I was out there sort of photographing this flower and that flower because I intend to use them for inks, so they're not going to be there long. So I was photographing everything. And these were nice dark brick, darker than brick, maroon red sort of yarrow.
I was going to say, it looks like yarrow.
Yes, achillea. That's the word. I was trying to think of achillea. Mm-hmm. And that was there with this lovely, lovely sunset here beaming through. And I thought, that makes a really nice picture. So I did a photograph of that, and I drew this from the photograph. So I wanted to paint that.
Okay.
This is all meant to go in the botanical thing. Journal. That's the name. Yeah, journal. So in order to do that, we need to take this off. And I'll just show you how I'm taking these off. I won't use all these because it was going to take me about half an hour to get all these off. But this is how I do it. What I do is I get my nice sharp knife and I cut this along the edge like that. And then along that edge. Like that. And again, this one, so that you keep the words cadmium orange on the label, hopefully. And try not to cut yourself at the same time. I'm cutting this as trying to cut it along the white plastic of the pan, you see, because then I'll wick it out, separate it off, and peel it off. And you've got there this sort of plastic coating thing, which you can peel off as well, because when I did that off the Naples pinky one, the pinky Naples one, I've just said it, I can't remember what it's called.
Hi, Kirsten.
And it had that pinky stuff, this colour, was still on this bit of plastic. So it's a good job it's there, because I was able to scrape it off and put it back in. It's so juicy. Look, it's sunk in quite well. But I got that one because I thought that looked very close to the colour of our house. I thought that if I don't use it for anything else, I can use it for that. I might need a little bit more red added to it to make it work. But there you go. So we've now got this, which is nice and sticky because I've peeled that label off. So I will put it on the bottom like that. So that's really doing the same job as my dad did with all these. And we've got all the information on it. I can just pop it back in like that. So I can do that with all of them. And then we'll have a nice row of paint ready to go.
I keep waiting for you to slice your finger off. Please don't.
Well, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just slicing the edge. I'm keeping my fingers away from the path of the blade.
Good girl.
I'm not pressing that hard. I'm only cutting a little bit of paper. There we go. And I'll just slide into that little gap. Pull the whole thing off like that. There we go. So we've got a nice bit of paint. And we can peel this off again.
Well, I'm loving those colors so far.
They are looking good, aren't they? There's some really lovely colours there. Really loving them. So we've got flame red there. What I'm looking forward to, black grape. I want to try that one, definitely. Some of these have got a very interesting behaviour.
Self-granulating?
Well, one or two were. And I can't remember now whether they were these or another paint company that I was looking at. Because I was watching Kimberly, is it? Who does the or is it Katie who does the Paint Crush brand? She made her own brand of paints called Paint Crush, and she did a good review on lots of them, including Galleria, sorry, not Galleria, including Rosa Gallery. These. So I was really interested in that, and I've watched quite a few other people doing similar. There's somebody, oh no, it's Kimberly Crick was another one who did that, but this person who does the Paint Crush, is her name Katie maybe? Well, she does a review as well, and I've seen the Frugal Crafters review. She did one as well, and there's quite a few other people. And all of the reviews I've seen, I have seen sort of little nitpicky things about it doesn't do glazing quite as well. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was 1 point out of the whole lot. And then when she came to choose her favourites, she chose her own brand, obviously Paint Crush, and she chose, I think the other one was Rubens, and then the other one was Rosa Gallery. So that was quite good.
How about Christy? Does that ring a bell?
Christy, yes. Maybe Christy, yeah. Christy Rice.
Yes. Now we got it.
Now I got it. Now I got it. Yeah. She's the one that does Paint Crush. But as I say, I also watched Lindsay Weirich, who does the Frugal Crafter things. And she did a review of this.
Are they Windsor Newton Cotman?
What are?
Paula wants to know which ones, Paula. I've lost the stream because I went off looking for paintbrush.
These are Windsor and Newton Cotman. Yeah. Windsor and Newton. Yeah. And you can see that this Cotman, these are Newton. Whether they were Windsor and Newton Cotman when my dad bought them, I don't know. They may have companies may have joined by then. But this one is Windsor and Newton Cotman. That's a new cerulean blue I bought to replace the one that was going.
Now I read that you can add glycerin and or gum arabic to help revive those, but I don't know. I
Well,
didn't.
these are reviving quite well. The only one that's had any problem is one called Rose Madder Genuine, which is this one over here, and which has produced that colour there. I
Which we
had a
don't care
lot of trouble getting colour out of it. I mean, I wetted it, I put my paintbrush in and swirled it around, put it on, swirled it around again with a bit more water. I could not get much colour out of that at all. It was difficult. Everything else was fine. That one was a problem. It could be that it's quite old. It does look quite old. Whether it's whether you can get a Rose Madder Genuine now that isn't that difficult to use. It might be just that it was old, you know. It might be that it was that kind of paint. It could be that Rose Madder Genuine is something that's been superseded by something called Rose Madder Hue or something that works much better. I don't know. All I know is that that's the only one I really had a problem with out of that set anyway. Now, all right, after all that, what have I done with the paint? Here we are. So there's some in here that I really like the sound of, some of the paints. It wasn't, I don't think it was the Rosa. I think it was something else, because there was some really interesting colours. Of course, it might be that it was the Rosa, and I'm just not remembering. I looked them up paints. Oh, I know what it was. Ah, it wasn't Rubens, was it? It was on Jackson's art gallery. Oh, it was Roman Schmolls. That's what it was. Roman Schmolls. And they have some really fascinating paint colours. Like there's an ocean blue that has got a green and a blue in it, and it just looks slightly granulating, and it's beautiful. It really looks great on the swatch. And there's one called, look them up for me. There's one called Misty Morning. Misty Morning. Oh, that was so good. And there was a mineral violet and a shadow violet. They just looked so interesting. So I've removed loads of acrylics from my basket at Jackson and stuffed them full of the Roman Schmolls, going, woohoo!
Hi, Mariah.
Haven't paid for decided on it for sure yet, but we'll see. So I think it would be a good idea to see if we can start doing a bit of painting. Now, I haven't opened all these, and it's going to take me ages. You can see it is to open them all. And I'd really like to do a swatch before I do anything else, because this is so, so useful for the Windsor and Newton. It would be lovely to have one for this as well. So I think we will regretfully have to put these away for now, unless you could think of something to occupy yourselves with, Violet, while I strip all these bits off.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Oh, dear.
You want to know what I've been doing? You know what I've been doing.
What?
And I'm still not done.
Trying to figure out how I can get those images off that stupid site.
No, mostly. I'm in an oven.
Oh, yes, you've been cleaning an oven. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that. It's like, oh, God. I don't want to have to do that again. I don't use the oven. If he wants to use the oven, guess who has to clean it? Not me. Not me. No. So, oh, by the way, I did another one of those cling film things with the natural inks. Not so many dragons this time, but lovely colours. Aren't they beautiful colours?
You've got a kitten really face or a lion face up in there. Those they look like kitten. Yeah, look like cats.
It's funny that the avocado, the burnt avocado, gives a lovely impression on these. And it does seem to have some sort of glisten to it, some slickness to the surface. But then...
Uh-oh. Hold on. She'll be back. I don't know what's going on, if she needs to get a new cord or what, but hang in there. She'll be back. She'll be back. I promise. don't see what the problem is. Come back, Fran. Hang in there. I sent her a message. She probably is just talking and talking and not even realizing that she's not talking to us. Could somebody put something in chat so I can know that chat's still going and it's not just me? Maybe it's at my end. Paula, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yes, it is awfully dark in here. I don't, funny, I don't know where she went. Usually it's just a little glitch and she comes right back, but.
She didn't even know she's gone.
Well, I sent her yeah, thank you, Sandy. I sent her a message that she'll get through her phone. So everybody that's here, yeah, in case you missed it, right? Go back to the beginning just for the moment until Fran comes back, and you'll see Fran's face with a new hat that Ian got her just because he felt like she needed it. That'll keep you occupied while I try to get a hold of her. She's going to use the she's going to do a new intro for the stream with her face wearing her hat. So hang in there. Marco Polo. Yeah, if you start hearing my voice echo, then you know we've really gone batty. Echoes in the dark. Isn't it a great hat? She loves it. Yeah, now the part for blind people. Explanation without image. There you go. See, you've all been entertained. Ian saw the hat and got it for her. And now she's going to do a new intro for the stream. I don't know where she is. I have her on the phone and she's not even responding to the phone. Tell you something? I've got nothing. You want to see a picture of my dirty oven that I've been cleaning for the last 3 days? No, you don't. You guys are so patient. Thank you. Nope, I don't know where she is. Well, if it had Paula, she'd still get the messages via the phone that I send her because they're not via internet. They're via, I mean, they're not via internet. They're through the cell phone. So she's not even responding to that. Yes, you're trapped inside my oven. Yes. There's my oven that I'm cleaning. See? That's baking soda and vinegar down, the white that you see. And I was leaning over all that to get in there to clean that mess up because there was a pile of bacon grease that got down in there. And I realized that I could take the door off and make it easier on my back. So I did. So now this is all clean. I've just got to go up the sides here. And the window. Isn't that interesting? Fabulous Friday oven cleaning. It is a self-cleaning oven, but there was so much bacon grease at the bottom of the oven from when I cooked bacon the other day that if I had turned the self-cleaning oven on, I think we would have had a grease fire. So I decided to do it the good old-fashioned way and use elbow grease. And I use my oven almost every night that I cook for him, except tonight. He's going to go get fish from a restaurant because I'm not cooking because the oven's not ready. I don't know where she is, everybody. We've completely lost her. Right. That's why I didn't turn the self-cleaning oven on, Miriam. Decided to do it by elbow grease, what my mom used to call elbow grease. I'm not getting any response from her. She's gone. She has flown the coop with her witch's hat. Okay, Mariah. I've asked her to just respond to me in any way, shape, or form, and I've got nothing. Oh, she's Apple. She's not only left the building. I think she's left the planet. She's flown off on her witch's broom. Well, it's not really. I don't have Ian's number handy. You know what? I do have him on Facebook though. So let me see if I can get a message to him. Oh, if she gets abducted by aliens, she'd be in heaven. She'd be, hold still so I can draw you. Yep, she'd be off. Yes, she'd be chatting away. So I sent the Facebook message to Ian, but there's no guarantee that he would see it. So thank you everyone for being here. Short of starting a new stream, I don't know what else to do. Yes, thank you for the thumbsies, upsies, even though there's no one here to show you anything. Oh, I thought that was her. It's just delayed. Never mind. And I know there was rain in that heading that way, but I didn't see anything specifically where she's at. Or gin or tequila. Yes, I can do that, Miriam. That's a good idea. If y'all need to head out, that's okay. Thank you so much. I will post in Makers, or she will, and on the community tab. So if y'all don't, want to wait any longer, it is what it is. My understanding is a lot of places are celebrating the holiday this weekend. So if you're out there celebrating, be very careful and have a safe weekend. I'm just going to hang here till she comes back. Yep, see, it's still live. I'm still here. About Duck Pilot? You've got news about Duck Pilot? Ooh, Apple. Are you in Makers, Apple, that you could post pictures? What I've been doing is cleaning that oven, Sandy. That's all I've had. That's all my hands have been able to do is clean the oven and the usual house stuff. Duck Pilot, Barbara. Duck Pilot is the stencil that Fran created. Oh, okay, Apple. So where can we see what you've done? Are you on Instagram or anywhere that we could see anything you've created? Oh, very cool, Kirsten. Yes, that's me. That's my desk. That's not Fran. That's me. See? You see the trolls, the gonks, whatever. Okay, Paula, that's okay. That's all right. I know that song, Eddie. I read that like it was the song. And Paula, I only said gonk because that's what Fran said. I call them troll dolls. And I have a box full of them. Okay, Miriam, thank you all for being here. Understandable. Whatever has broken down over there in the UK, we'll figure it out. Like I said, y'all have a safe weekend. Sure, you guys. I think it was last year, a year ago, last year or something. This pencil is special. This is from Fran. She got me a whole pile of them, and they say Igor, Violet, Mad Scientist, Surf. She had it written on all of them because she knows I like to play with pencils. Isn't that cool? Terrific gift from Fran, from the Mad Scientist to Igor. I don't know. What does surf mean? Is that kind of like a peon or like a low-level worker or something? But is it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but is that how Fran meant it? I don't know. Really? A peasant. Yeah, it would be like that. Yeah.
Agricultural labor board found under the feudal system.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to ask her why she chose that word. I don't know. Because mine says Igor Violet. Oh, you know what? That's for me. Igor Violet, Mad Scientist, Surf. I'm her surf. There you go. Like I said, call me anything you want. Just don't call me late to dinner. Yeah, a little bit more grim than peasant. I'm Igor. I'm a bit grim. They're not exactly holding the. You can tell I use this one quite a bit because I've worn off all the coloring on it, and I think I need to make a dress for that little troll. I don't think she's coming back. Have I seen the Surfs TV show? Surfs, no. Smurfs, yes. Where'd it go? Well, it's been long enough. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it and I'm going to end the stream and see if I can get a hold of her and find out what went wrong. I'm sure it's technical and not physical. So I'm going to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that comes to see us every time. And we will see you Sunday at PMI Studio Stream. And until then, have a safe and lovely weekend. Bye. Bye.